level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. No, you want this yummy.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, you're welcome. So today I'll be doing a hair video on how to choose good hair. I want to help you guys to choose the real virgin hair, not virgin hair like everyone else says it. Most most companies can say they're selling virgin hair, but is it really virgin hair, and why does it not last for as long as it should be? So I have 2 wigs here. They're different styles, yes, but they're also not the same quality. So if you have a wig that you recently purchased, or if you just have a wig, you can also take it, and let's go through the steps together. So the first step is the roots. You want to check if the roots of the hair are in the right direction. By roots I mean what should be in the scalp. The first part that should be in the scalp, right? So this is virgin hair and everything is smooth, so I can't really see the roots from here. I'll show you what non-virgin hair looks like. So if you want to check the roots, go to the ends of your wig or your weave, your hair, and check the real ends of the strands. You will see there's some knots. Some are just plain and splitted ends, but some have these like little knots, of which those little knots are the roots. So the roots should be in the scalp, coming outside. So for wigs, the roots should be from the cap going outside. So if the roots, sometimes you can see them here, it means it's not virgin hair, because that means it's in all direction and it easily tangles, it easily breaks, it's not healthy. So let's go to step number 2, and I'll explain further about this root stuff. So second point is hair color. So if you buy hair that is supposedly natural hair color, it should have black at the beginning or a bit darker at the beginning, becoming lighter, which is more like brown at the end. Because you know what makes up our natural hair is the nutrients in our body. So the hair closer to our scalp still has a lot of nutrients, that's why it's darker, and at the end less nutrients, so it's browner, and also the sun and stuff. So when you buy a supposedly natural hair color and you find it's all black, then it's not virgin hair, because virgin hair should be like our own hair, the way it's made out. So let's move on to the third point, which is, okay, the third point is texture. I'm sure this is an easy one for us, because most people, when they just get here and they want to compare, is it good or bad compared to the one they bought last time, they just touch it. Yeah. And also, if you run your hands through, everything should feel good. Your fingers should not be getting stuck inside, because compare this, guys. This is not virgin, and then this is real virgin hair. It's just so smooth. It's easy to run your fingers through and it feels good. And the fourth point is toughness. So hair toughness is basically more like strand toughness. When hair, this non-virgin hair, which they still say it's virgin hair but it's not, when it's made because of the opposite direction in the cuticles that have that make up the hair strands, they usually chemically treat it so that it looks good and it feels better. So because it's already chemically treated, it gets weaker compared to a real virgin hair. So when you just even if you're combing your hair, you can see that non-virgin breaks easily compared to the real virgin hair. And if you take your strands, if you take your hair strands, you can easily just break it without really feeling like it was hair. So toughness is really key to checking if hair is good or not. And it's much easier to compare when you have maybe an old wig and a new one, or if you've bought 2 wigs from different place. That's really important. Okay, I'll go on to the fifth one. The fifth one is washing. So some people like to be clean and wash their hair before they even wear it, which is not bad. But have you noticed sometimes you might not end up wearing the hair you actually bought? I mean, when you buy your hair, it might look all nice and clean, and when you wash it, it looks different. The style, the quality, it doesn't really look like it's human hair anymore. This is because of the chemical treatment that I said before. The treatment makes the hair weaker and just different, so it starts responding differently. When you wash virgin hair, it should not change at all. No matter what you do to it, it should not change. And it can withstand other chemicals, because you know shampoos, anything, conditioners, they're chemicals. So because it has never had chemicals, it can definitely withstand that better than something that has already gone through harsh chemical treatment. I'll go on to the next one, which is price. Price. Everyone loves cheap things. We also love good things. But are cheap things always the good ones? Maybe not. So if you check, most virgin hair is expensive. And that's just a rule. But is there a difference between being expensive and affordable? There is, definitely. So when you buy cheap hair, you guys, it's not virgin hair, because virgin hair is made in such a way that is too delicate, and it's just too much time and raw materials and a lot of other things. That's why it's really expensive. Compared to non-virgin hair, they'll try to make it cheap so you like it, but it's because it also didn't take as much time and energy as it took to make this one, the virgin hair. So when you buy your hair, you should make sure you buy from places that you can trust or that really sell good quality hair. For example, you can try, if you like weaves or sew-ins, you can try Unice hair. It really makes really good quality weaves or hair bundles. And for wigs, you can try RPG Show or AISOM hair, or you can also try Wow Africa. They're really good at that. Wow Africa and RPG Show have, their prices are really high. Their brands are really good because they're well known and they still give good customer services. They still do everything good, so they're really well known. AISOM hair is not that high end, but the hair quality is really good and more affordable compared to those two. So if you want to go for something more affordable and good and something that you just love, you would rather go for AISOM hair. So price is important, guys. Don't really go for cheap if you want to take your weave with you to the next 6 months or something, because actually it brings me to my next point, which is the lifetime. Okay guys, so my last point would be a weave or hair's lifespan. This is talking about how long your hair still lasts whilst looking good. Virgin hair should usually last you at least 6 months still looking like you just bought it, but at least a year still looking good, even further. But if it's not virgin hair, after 3-4 months you're already complaining, because it has already gone through so much chemical treatment, and the heat you're going to put it through when you have it, washing it, all those chemicals, it cannot withstand that. So it will get bad and will not look good at all. So that is it, you guys. Watch out for the next 2 to 3 videos that I'm going to do about hair. You can ask me any questions that you have, or just give me any suggestions on what exactly I should talk about in those videos. There'll be hair videos, so suggest anything on here. Comment down below and tell me those things. Don't forget to like, subscribe.